Hello community, I hope you are doing good. In this discussion we will see how to add a new button in the POS screen using the oval, and in case you missed previous discussion about how to add a debug extension in the browser, please check, link is given in the description. And if you want to learn more about Odoo, you can visit the WebLearns channel. Under the playlist you can see Odoo development playlist available here with the different topic wise with the real test cases. And in case you need any support related Odoo, you can visit the about page and send your query to this email address. Source code also available in the GitHub, make sure you can follow. And we also have a different social media pages, make sure you can follow to get the latest update. So let's back to our main topic, like how you can add a button in the POS screen. So for example, I already installed point of sale module, and right now I'm using the Odoo version 16, and here you can see this is the POS screen, and here I will try to add one button here. So how you can do it, right? So the first thing is we are trying to create a new module. Let's copy, and let's say wb underscore POS, right? So WB stands for the WebLearns, so don't confuse here. So let me delete all this stuff which is not required at the moment, and description is also not required at the moment. Let's say we have to create two things. The first thing is we have to create a one button, and that button we have to register into the JS file using the oval component. Alright, so let's say static src JS, and here I will try to add one more directory which is the XML. Here, like I will try to delete everything inside the data, and the depend would be like point of sale, WebLearns point of sale development tutorial. Okay, now let me create here one button using the XML file. Okay, like simple button.xml, and here I will try to use the templates, right? And here I will try to add one more button. So button name would be like WB sample button oval 1. So I will try to add here one more file class which is like super powers. Then after all, img area label is, let's say here, WP sample button, and title would be also WP sample button, right? And let me close this. Div tab, sorry, my bad. And this is the class we created here. Like let's say this I tag is only for this the icon, right? So this icon only. For the label I will explain you later. Now this button is created. Just assume this button already available in the POS side. Only the thing is we have to register here, right? So for that, like we have to create the, like we have to write down some JS code. All right, so for that, like I will try to create one more JS file. Oh, sorry, not the XML but the JS file. So let me ignore the extensions like odoo.define, and here let's say POS WB sample button function like this, right? And simple, I will try to create like one more class, WB simple button, right? Extends like POS component. So if you remember, in the Python side, we are trying to extend any model, right? So we have to compulsory import. So here we can also use the const like POS component equal to require point of sale dot POS component. All right. So this one we have to extend. After that, we don't need to do anything at the moment here. Okay. So here we are trying to create one more template for this button. So for that button, we can use here, let's say this WP sample.button template, and same here I will try to add the same name. You can also add anything, that is doesn't matter. And that button we have to also add inside this product screen. So for that we have to again, like, let's say import that library. Okay, so product screen require point of sale, then after product screen. So here let's say product screen dot add control button, right? And simple, we can just render that component we created, right? So here there is a 2 parameters we have to pass. So same this class, right? We have to add here. And if you remember, like when we try to extend the views in the backend side of the Odoo, right? So we are especially using the XPath, and XPath we are trying to add the positions, right? Let's say before, after, inside, replace, or attributes like that way, right? So here we have to also provide the XPath, like where you have to define that button, like before this one, before, after any of this button, right? So let's select this one, the customer node. I don't know the customer node, the template name. So the thing is, guys, like a point of sale, all the core module available in the point of sale module here inside the static src, and like in the static file everything like JS and XML related code is available. Okay, so I will try to figure it out in the XML. Then after screen, the product screen and the control buttons. Here you can see 5 types of buttons available, right? So let me add before this customer node. So I will copy this name and I will paste in my JS file. So here I will use like position, like which position I have to add like before this component, right? And that's it. After that, like we have to register this template. So for that, like again we have to extend this import the registry. Okay, so for that, like registries equal to require point of sale dot spelling mistake. So if you remember, these are the variable name, you can also add anything, but here this is the compulsory name. If you have any spelling mistake, it won't be work. Okay, so here in case you have any spelling mistake and you are using throughout this code, this JS file, that is fine. So here, like I will try to register this one, this component, like component dot add, and simple I will try to add this class name, right? And what I will do is, like simple I will return this class name, and that's it. Now the main important thing is we already done the XML file, like let's say registered the button, like we registered that button in the POS screen, but now the thing is we have to register these two files, right? Where? In the manifest file. Guys, you have to remember this one, like you have to register in the manifest file. If you are working with the 14 or older version, over there like we have to create the XML file. Under the XML file we have to extend the assets template. But after the 14th version, like 15 and 16, we have to compulsory register all types of assets inside this manifest file. So here I will try to add one more key, which is the main assets, right? And here I will try to add one curly braces, and here I will try to register our XML and the JS file inside this point of sale assets. So let's say dot assets, right? And like let's say WBPOS static src js wb sample button.js, and here like let's say XML, and the path would be like this. Okay, if you don't know, let's say Odoo JavaScript framework tutorial, I already explained a little bit about the difference between the new version and the older version regarding the assets. Okay, so here like our module is completely done, and here I will try to remove all the code, restart the service. And if in case you don't know how to configure Odoo in PyCharm, please check editor level playlist. I already explained how to configure Odoo in PyCharm, how to configure a new service like this way. Please check editor level playlist. So here simple, I will try to duplicate the screen, and I will go to in the App Store, update apps list, right? And simple, like I will try to do like this and install this module. So right now the module is successfully installed, and now I will try to log in here. So you can see customer not refund info and customer is here. So there is a something is fishy why it's not generated, right? So let's see here. You can see this one. Let's say I already activated the assets mode, so due to that like I can see the fully detailed error, but without debug mode you cannot see like this way, the simplest way, right? And if you don't know what is debug mode, I already explained each and every micro details on that part. Before required is not defined. Okay, so there is a one error. Oh, so here we have to use the required, sorry, my bad, use strict, sorry, spelling mistake. Only the restart the service and refresh the screen. Alright, successfully without any errors, you can see here. And now let me close this console, and now you can see this button is added, right? But you can see here why it is blank without the label name, right? So the thing is, so simple, we can just use like this div tag. Inside the div tag you can just add here your label name, let's say wb sample button. So here the good part is you don't need to require module upgradation, right? Only the thing is you have to just restart the service and refresh this screen. Now you can see, right? Oh, so this is the big name. So let me add something like this. So it will adjust the screen. Okay, so like this way you can add the button. All right, so if you have any doubt related to this topic, please comment below, and see you in our next session. And our next session would be how to add event to this button. Alright, so see you in our next session.